Welcome back. There, I was checking the leak. Cards leak during the break, which was not fun. I now know how fast it's leaking. Or at least I can. Ugh. All right. Back to more
Snake,
important
like
things.
Shakespeare said, "Nought's had, all spent, what our desire is got without content." Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items too. Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry.
Greedy.
Be careful, Snake.
I'd be sorry. Cheers, thank you. All right. So, reminder, tips are welcome, encouraged, especially for Easter eggs. We're gonna try and get Meryl's workout routine Easter egg. And yeah, she's gonna end up in her underwear. Let's just get that on the table. But first, she's gonna do one exercise, another exercise, another exercise. Just because I like seeing it there. Now, we can go right, we can go left. I don't actually know my way through. No, we can't go left. I don't actually know my way through. We go to the end and left, but what we want to do is find Meryl and then back all the way out. So we kind of got to keep track of which way we're going. We came in this way. We're turning right. If we're coming back down... Anyways.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
Message
I
coming
quit
in.
being a drill instructor,
That's
so
the
I
drill.
moved out here for some
For the
peace and
host.
quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80. Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Oh, KG. Look him. Hey, Campbell, what do you think? Just spoke to Master Miller.
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion mode. Press up on the directional button to go forward, and down to retreat backwards. You can also press right or left to face either direction. Advance while hiding yourself, pay attention to the enemy's actions, and make sure you're not discovered.
But be careful. You can't attack while you're in intrusion mode either.
And even if you go into intrusion mode while you're being chased, the enemy's grenades will still follow you. Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief. Look for clues.
So, even though we're in first-person view, if I push back, we crawl back. If I hold down the button for first-person view, nothing appears to change, but then we have the full normal range of first-person view. Looking for a grate on the floor. There it is.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor
Did
basement.
I pass Meryl already?
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell? Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
I don't think
He's
we
already
passed
done
it.
3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. See, he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
We didn't kill
Anyway,
anyone this
I want
time.
you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Ran past the one alert we had. Alright, so Meryl should be further. We can look down through this grate. We're gonna do the same thing when we find hers, and then gotta backtrack the whole way. Ay-ya. Did I really not pass it? This seems pretty damn far. Up. I'm grumbling because we gotta back all the way out to trigger the changes, which means however much further we go to get to her, we gotta go that far to get back out. But at the end there, that's gotta, when we drop out of. Hold on. Is there a way to avoid dropping through that? Might have hurt. I sense you'd have known if you passed Meryl. You might think so, but no. Where'd all the experts go? I lost everyone during the break. So be it. Sorry, I'm gonna crawl around in the vents for a while. If there's no experts here who know if I had passed her already, then maybe no one will mind. Crawl around in the vents for a while. I'm like the present for getting to know things. So that's where we overheard the conversation. Had we passed her, it's gonna be somewhere along here. Didn't. What's with the... It's not after we drop down. It's not an event. It's not getting into an event at a later time, is it? Hey, G will be lurking tonight. Mood is not that great today. We are not going back out into the snowfield, to the landing pad. Okie dokie. Hugs for you. Work on. We will be here. Oh, you're out there. Okay, well, I'd ever wish I could remember things better. I'm double, triple checking things, trying to learn a little bit about the layout. Maybe I'll even retain it for next time. So. We're not passing other rates, right? This way, past that. No grates. Not passing over any grates. Not passing over any grates. One on the right, but we're still not passing over grates. Can't go right here. Left. I had a feeling we were supposed to find her before that. Can we crawl past that? Let's see what,
Press the action button to drop
I'm
down.
trying to avoid dropping down. Or at least get a confirmation first that we're cool to drop down and Meryl's not, you know, we're not missing her here. Past it though, we can. We're all right past it. Saw Meryl that first time in the vent.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Walk really slowly, can't we? Full on chaff. Surveillance camera at the top of those stairs over there. Guard patrolling by the tank. Other guard in the back corner there. They both come up the middle. Did they circle their respective tanks and then come up the middle? It looks like it. So they're not on some symmetrical pattern, but they're both circling, each circling a tank and coming up the middle. Surveillance camera, we could sneak past that and go that way. See, there's a room or... Yeah, we wanted to get on the cargo elevator down, but... Say again.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon. To use it, first hold down the R2 button to enter weapon mode. Then select the weapon you want with the directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button to equip the last weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to be barehanded again. Don't fire your gun needlessly, or you might be discovered. If you had a gun with a suppressor, it would be a different story. If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
We're gonna call her right away. She's got a lot to say. 4192, was that it? That's what it was, but it didn't get added. What was it? 141. Damn. See what I said about memory? Five two, not 92. 5-2.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
Might just be able to call her back a few times in a row for a bit more. He's gonna try.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island was built at the beginning of this century. It was made only to temporarily store the nuclear warheads.
Why? If they wanted to dispose of them, why wouldn't they just dismantle them right away?
They cannot do that. You see, when you dismantle a warhead, you still have nuclear materials that must be stored. At this point, all of the nuclear material storage facilities are way past capacity. But they could not stop dismantling weapons while at the same time pushing START 2.
So you're telling me that this base was built so they could temporarily avoid being in conflict with START 2?
Most people think that we live in a safer world now. But with all the dismantled nuclear weapons and waste around, the threat of nuclear terrorism has increased tremendously.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Not much. But as I was crawling through the vents, trying to figure out where Meryl's vent was, great to look in on her, but it's later. I spent some time looking for Meryl. We don't see Meryl till later. He's still on tapes. I don't really know when you ducked out. When did you duck out?
Was signed on January 3rd, 1993. Russia and
We're in
the
the new
US
area.
reduced their strategic nuclear warheads to between 3,000 and 3,500 warheads each. They completely dismantled all of the ICBMs which contained MIRVs. As a result of that, there are over 15,000 dismantled nuclear warheads waiting to be disposed of.
We're a little further than that. 30 minutes. Took a break.
The warheads are supposed to be dismantled at Pantex or some other dismantling facility, but there are limits to how many warheads they can process. We just do not have the capabilities to dismantle all the warheads that are out there.
We got inside, that's about all.
Over 200 tons of plutonium and over 1,000 tons of high-grade uranium have been removed from nuclear weapons so far. And on top of that, nuclear reactors all over the world continue to produce and leak spent nuclear fuel. According to one estimate, as of the year 2005, America alone was storing over 50,000 tons of nuclear material. There is no room left in our nuclear material storage sites. That is why we need nuclear weapon disposal facilities. After the START 2 Accord was signed on January 3rd, 1993, Russia and the US reduced their strategic nuclear warheads to between 3,000 and 3,500 warheads each. They completely dismantled all of the ICBMs which contained MIRVs. As a result of that, there are over 15,000 dismantled nuclear warheads waiting to be disposed of. After the START 2 Accord was signed on January 3rd, 1993, Russia and the US reduced their strategic nuclear warheads to between 3,000 and 3,500 warheads each. They completely dismantled all of the ICBMs which contained MIRVs.
All right,
As a result of that, there are over 15...
Okay. Now Nastasha's on the list.
What is it, Snake?
What are we spamming Nastasha for? Information. We need information.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, naught's had, all spent, while our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake.
So So the two guys down there, neither of them are patrolling the upper level. Security camera here. Let's wait for it to move and then hug the wall. Shit, it's gonna see us because I went the wrong way at first. Oh! Okay. We probably don't need to hug the wall here. We just need to wait for it to pan the other direction. Okay, so where we came from, wasn't it? Under this... Yes, one. Camera. In this room, a surveillance camera? Ah. Thermal goggles, nice. Okay, well that's good. I don't really know where I'm going. Surveillance camera on the far side by the stairs. That was chaff. We were full on chaff. Alright, hold on. We came down that ladder. We came down that ladder from the vent. That opening from the vent. I didn't try the door over by that camera. Try the door by the camera. No! Jeez. Can't you destroy the camera to there? Oh, man. Fake. Nothing there. Oh, card. We don't have the right key for that. We can't open that. Snake! Quit hugging the walls. Except when I want you to. Then hug the walls. D-pad! 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 I love you. I hate you. The door in the middle at the bottom, isn't it? The one we're trying to get to. Now the two soldiers, that guy and his buddy, both come up the middle. You can't have the bandana and rations equipped, but don't want to shoot it by accident. Is this pressure sensitive? Or does that come in MGS2? You like press lightly and then... Yeah. Really no one near that? What's the deal with shooting security cameras in MGS1? Will they, notice? Merc, I am not good with knowing the specific rules and mechanics. What triggers alert? Shooting security cameras in which MGS games versus others? Your creativity scores points, but I don't know what to say. That guy's gonna come our way and probably see us on the stairs. I don't know if he can see us, but he patrols past the tank. Let's risk it. Let's find out. Stand here. And his buddy's coming up the middle now. Actually, decent time to go this way. Catch being... And oh, hello. Didn't have the rations, had the bandana. We're going down to B1. Yeah, I don't have those. I don't have those yet. This is the beginning of the game, man. Yeah. So I'm sure that resets our conversations with Nastasha. We can kind of just click through them or save them.
Use the elevator to...
Change floors. 4152. Hey, Rex.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work.
We're gonna call her back. Just click through the conversations a few times.
After the start...
That we've gone through. I don't know how much of a difference it'll make for other conversations. Since we listened to them all, then she started repeating. Close enough. Make move. Move faster. Okay, bring it back. For each fail, there's an opportunity to learn how to do something a little bit more correctly. So that's a plus. Snake. Door. Door. Shit. You on? There's some ammo behind the stairs. Thank you. Hey, we've got, we're playing with the bandana this time. I've never done an NG Plus run, and we have got the bandana. So we should be okay for ammo. Sharnix. Hello, hello. Oh, hey. Missed another. Rafis. Don't think I said that right, but hello. Welcome, everyone who's getting here. Welcome to share thoughts on Metal Gear. Of course, love to hear people talking about Metal Gear. I'm far better at watching people play Metal Gear than playing Metal Gear. We're gonna play it. Tips are welcome. Everything's welcome. Bring it. I've never played Parasite Eve, but mercenary. Dr. Tosh, what's up? You've never played Metal Gear Solid 1? Have you not played it twice here, I think? Didn't catch those either? Greetings. Alright. One of the worst things about knowing the game better as a viewer than as a player is when you're playing it and all your fails they weigh a little more because you've seen other people do these things so many times and you feel like you should be able to do them. That's not how it works. You got to learn things yourself, and some people learn better from watching others. It translates better for some people. All right. Yo, Bob, what's up? Cardboard box is your best friend. right. That is a good tip. Like I said, they'll be familiar. Press R1 twice to quick reload. So instead of, if we weren't using the bandana, for instance, ammo's going down, we want to reload. Right now our ammo's not going down because of the bandana. But if we didn't have the bandana and our ammo was going down, we could unequip, re-equip to reload instead of doing the actual reload animation. So it'd be a lot faster to do that. Good tip.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the
Not
action
such a good
button
tip.
by the ladder.
Thanks. Thanks, Colonel. Finally, Entropic, you didn't see me suffering before in the earlier vent. Where's Meryl? Where's Meryl? We gotta look in on Meryl and then go back. Why are we so far into the vent? Where's Meryl? I was expecting her before. And I lost so many of you during the break, I think, that no one was here to say, Jay, you're an idiot. It's not now, it's later. You see Meryl later. Yeah, this is, Steven looked it up. Thank you, Steven. Because I was starting to worry I had missed it. Hey, Jim. Hey, Quidias, the quote you just pulled is extremely fitting because Jim is Greek. Ouzo is a Greek liquor, isn't it? The Ouzo, there's one Ouzo quote and it popped up right when Jim gets here. So we gotta find Meryl in here, and then back out. Come back again. First one should be Meryl. Yeah, you see, I was freaking out before, but it's really pretty obvious. We've got the two adjacent cells, and it's really clear.
Is that a woman? Not him.
So she's doing sit-ups on her bed in her cell. We gotta leave and come back 4 times, 5 times. I'm glad it's not the other vent, because the other vent was too damn long. Where's Daryl? We've got Meryl. Where's Daryl? Merle's a lot prettier. I don't know, unless meth heads are your thing. Who's to say? Don't forget the game case later. On the back of the CD case. She switched. She's doing one-armed push-ups now. Those are tough. I do sit-ups regularly. I don't do push-ups regularly. And if I did, I would use both arms. Anybody do those? Merc, you can do those? He's a tiger. BD Gray, very difficult. You're in the gym every day and can't do them. Dr. Tosh is that Black Widow. Most people have really shitty form on the one-arm push-up. Quadai is... I can imagine. I would have really shitty form if I tried to do one-arm push-ups. If I could even do one, it would look like hell. Alright, now she's got her boot up on the wall. She's stretching her leg. Ramp up, Meryl. So despite what the schedule says, we are not going to be starting, I don't think we're going to be starting MGS2 on Saturday. Blitz on wall, pain! You can do that? Damn. I'm not trying to do that either. It's possible we'll finish this on Saturday. We're going to be playing today, tomorrow, and Saturday if we're not done. Seems most likely we'll be playing this today, tomorrow, and Saturday, maybe starting MGS2 on Monday. We might also be starting late tomorrow. Depends on what happens when I take the car in. I've got to wait on a building inspector, then take the car in. I am in Colorado if you're asking me. Colorado here. How about you? Northern Colorado. Say. Merc one-arm pull-ups too. I like pull-ups. I've got a pull-up bar in my door. And what happened to her pants? Going knee to knee, knee to knee, knee to knee, knee to knee, knee to knee. But what happened to her pants? More importantly, England, awesome. Well, there it is. She overheated doing the splits? She busted her pants doing the splits. She must have busted her pants. She ripped them with splits. You nailed it. Nailed it. Alright.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Who says I do crunches? Guess I said I do crunches. Yeah, I do. Sure, it's better though. Nottingham. You guys are spread all over.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank. You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution...
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex.
They're there.
The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype.
Rex, it's
Probably
you!
already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex.
Steven, rest up, feel better.
These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But...
What?
They found out my password.
Told them?
Talked.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them.
Knock,
Why
knock, knock.
don't you look for the areas where the walls
Knock,
are
knock,
a different
knock.
color?
Makes a different sound.
Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the
course it
door's
does.
security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Tell me, the chief, what happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Under his...
Don't move!
You're much better.
So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot! What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
Unlimited ammo.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Why we're... There we go. Her turn. You see Johnny in the back with his ass up. I like unlimited ammo! You're gonna need to point at the soldiers, though, Snake. Point at those 180 IQ soldiers. Oh, yeah, you can shoot Meryl, too. Hey, hey, hey! What do we say about pointing in the right direction? This is a ration, yeah? What the fuck? Did what? Was there a claymore there, or did someone throw a grenade and the timing was perfect? Yes, I'm waiting for Bob to catch up on the wrecked. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or not. You highlighted too soon. Too soon. What did I blow up? Oh, was it claymore or grenade? Exploding rations? Earl. Time for bed for UC Star. Okay. Have an excellent stream and fun all.
Don't move.
Right back at you. Sleep well.
So you killed the chief, you bastard. Liquid?
No, you're
No.
not.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a
You walked over there and picked up that ammo automatically.
Shoot!
She has to shoot this group. Learn to be tough, Meryl! Live or die on the battlefield. Just stay right here. Just stay right here. Not going anywhere. You'd normally be running around picking up all their ammo so that you could keep fighting the waves that come in. And it's certainly one of the easier wave fights in the game. Hard one would be the elevator. Oh, there, the grenade. Shit. I didn't step on that one, but it was grenades. I just needed to move forward away from him. Snake! Snake! You moron! No surprise that the splash damage was pretty big. Ah! Coming out! Coming out! Endeavor not to get blown up by the grenades this time. So he's gonna walk up and grab some ammo automatically.
What are you
There he goes.
Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
How big is the splash? If I don't equip my rations, am I gonna, if I go by the door, am I gonna get tagged? I'm gonna try going into the corner. Towards the door and then up. And the grenades come out. And if I get killed there, that's gonna suck, and I'll have to get rations or something. Try running through the door they came. I think we're waiting on them to stop coming. Okay, move. That sucked. Knowing the exact sequence.
Thanks for the help.
Anyone who memorizes that.
Wait!
It'll help you so much.
Who are you? You fool! You've killed him!
I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea. Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
Completely operational and all my nanomachines are functioning perfectly. Give everybody a call. Oh yeah,
Good.
pistol stuff.
You found a SOCOM.
Yes.
That's a Special Operations Command pistol. It's a 45 caliber pistol with plenty of stopping power. It's also equipped with a LAM for nighttime combat. If you hold down the weapon button, you can train the laser sight on the enemy to help you aim. If you find a SOCOM suppressor, you can equip that too. That pistol was designed specifically for use by special forces, so I think it will be useful. Some people find it a little heavy and hard to use, but it shouldn't be a problem for you.
Else might say something about the gun. Or if we ask Nastasha about it, will anybody else say anything about the gun? Cigarettes? There are calls about the cigarettes. What other item calls? What do we have already? We don't have a box. We have that we could call about.
Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators. After playing for a long time, you should get some rest too.
Rawr. Well, she pops in with Roy, right? With Campbell. Where's Naomi's number? If we call Campbell, she might show up. Doesn't get her own here, does she?
Snake, Psycho Mantis has the power to read people's minds. He got the DARPA chief's detonation code. Hurry up or he'll get Baker's code too.
That's right. If the terrorists get Baker's code, they'll be able to launch that nuke anytime they want.
Yeah, they'll use Metal Gear to do it. Colonel, did you know they were conducting a military exercise here using Metal Gear?
I didn't know.
Really?
Snake, you've got to understand. I'm just the middleman in this operation. Anyway, hurry up and get to the second-floor basement. You've got to save the Arms Tech president before the terrorists find out his code.
Window. Right window.
What's up, Snake? Snake, in China they say, you must cross the river before you tell the crocodile he has bad bread. Do you know what that means? It means that the wise man avoids danger first. Use your brain to avoid traps and stay away from the enemy.
So many good little things. Details piled on details. Details you'll never see unless you get told about them or just randomly stumble into them or play the game 1,000 times and eventually the right combination of stuff happens. Electronic jamming on B2, right? We're gonna, for some reason, we're gonna have to go back up to 1. There. Oh, this room. This room has a bunch of smaller rooms within it, and I think it has some patrolling soldiers. I did. Played it a handful of times, but I might have only streamed it once. There's also trap floors. Trap floors. Trap floors. I don't remember where they all are, but if we hit a trap floor, one thing we can do is just keep moving, and if we move right past it, we won't fall. If we hesitate, we fall. No soldiers till after Baker. Ah. Trap floor in here, maybe? Lockers. Can't open lockers till 2. Okay. I hope that Jay will sneak around in fear of guards. Yes, well, you know what? Even after establishing that I don't need to, I'm still sneaking around. It's just, it's habit. If I get out of the habit of sneaking around, it's gonna burn us at possible time. Alright, you see how the wall looks? Sounds different there. Okay. We don't have anything to bust through. We don't have any plastic explosives. C3, 4? C4. C4 would be here. Thermal goggles don't do anything for the wall anomalies, do they? Hello, Green. Greetings. DJ in chat, how goes the Metal Gear Solid run? Awesome, because we're using the bandana. There's one. There's two. Are they in the same spots in these two rows? They are. One there. 1, 2, 3. No, not quite. They're slightly offset. They're not exactly symmetrical. We don't have any card keys. Can't get into any of these doors yet. None of them. Or is there one? Other. Are there any other spots? We do have a level 1 key. Thank you. Do a level 1 key. Needed equipped. Yeah, I was looking at what I had and I didn't see the key. It was right there. I'm glad you saw it. I didn't mean I have the key. Level 1. Key demon. Happening. It was smooth. It was smooth. It was very smooth. There's our C4. Any of these doors, any more of these doors? Doors, yeah. Aids. That detonate. That detonate. Sun and chaff, and we're loaded. You are awash with the sounds of the late 90s. Was there's another weak spot on one of the walls that I missed? Going around that. No smoking. Aren't there lasers in here? I think it was somewhere else. Room. May as well call while we get these SIGs out.
Nuclear weapons, nuclear reactors, hazardous waste. We are constantly being exposed to plutonium and other radioactive materials. Compared to that, smoking seems not so bad, no?
Such a role model, Nastasia.
People's reaction speed is slowest around 3 o'clock in the morning, and so is their judgment. If you're feeling drowsy, you should get some sleep.
Are you smoking?
Yeah, so what?
Didn't you know that cigarettes contain benzopyrene, a chemical that leads to lung cancer? We now know that when benzopyrene enters the body, it changes to benzopyrene diolipoxide, BPDE, and attaches to the receptors on the p53 gene, the gene which causes lung cancer. The BPDE attaches to the p53 gene in 3 specific locations and causes precancerous changes to the lung tissue.
You know a lot about science, but you don't know how good a cigarette tastes in the morning.
Do you have more to say about it? Like, how did we smuggle them in?
The walls that were cemented over should look slightly different. Look at the walls carefully in first-person view mode. Try to find the walls that have a different pattern.
Did you try hitting the wall? Maybe it'll sound different too.
Yeah, we hit the wall. That's thanks.
Those C4 explosives.
Yep. Okay. Do we have anything to say about it?
What is it, Snake?
No.
Be careful, Snake.
Hi. Can't call Meryl yet, can we? Put it under 14015. Back of the CD case. But nope. Okay. More C4. Another trap. Sort of thing that I always wonder why I don't remember. If you've played a game a few times and watched it played multiple times, wouldn't you remember exactly where the walls are that you need to break? Well, some people would, some people wouldn't. There, corner. How hard is it to remember that it's in the lower left corner? Well, I've apparently never bothered to. There's 4 you said, so is this even only pop 2? So this is one of the remaining 2. That's not against the wall. It might still work. Let's find out. Okay, and is there one more? There's 4 walls in total, but I haven't gone through the one we just popped. There's one. There's 2. Oh, 2 walls together. Yeah, when we go through. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about then. Or just about there. The Arrow Hall. Yep, down at the end on the left. And if we look carefully, right? Carefully, we can catch a glimpse. No. Past that, there's another one. There's another one. It's the next one. One right there. What's on the end there? Because our fight's through there, right? 2 there together. Blow up both at once. Connect to. Do I want to really look? A ration there. Camera, ration. there anything I want through there, though? Carrying 2 rations. We can only carry 2 rations on hard. It's alright, let's something down at the end. Ah, it looks like a weapon too. Anyone remember what it is? Evil. Okay, when that comes this way, we can make a run. Just more C4! That's terrible. That's horrible. That's so horrible. Terrible. Okay. Okay, okay. Moving on.
Am I too late?
Level 6 door it was, huh?
He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right? Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No, no, don't touch it!
C4.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver Ocelot. I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt single-action arm. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
Right, a lot of running, a lot of D-pad action in this. Moving around, this is where it starts.
Draw!
Draw! Did I just shoot Donald Anderson? I think I did. Shot Baker. I like the bandana. I enjoy having the bandana. His bullets ricochet though, which sucks. Mine don't.
I love to read that.
There he is. He's lower right. Oh, shit.
You better hurry up. The old man's not gonna last too long. Don't you want to settle this?
Shit.
I love it.
All right, BD Gray.
But to you,
be good, man.
The smell of your own death.
I was hoping not to have to use them both. Nighty night, BD Gray. he was right there, Ace! That sucks. Even with unlimited ammo. Stupid ricocheting bullets, he's gonna get us. Wish mine would ricochet.
You're pretty
He asked
good.
you to wait.
Just what I'd expect from the man with the same code as the boss. It's been a long
No
time
problem.
since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up. What? My hand! Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again! Who are you? I like you. I have no name.
That exoskeleton.
He's a nutter.
Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kind of like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
Oh, he's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
Ha, you're a funny man. So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? Can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up?
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree, but what do they really want?
Oh, who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists?
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
A female soldier, it must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she still has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Oh,
That's right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away. But tell me, if this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
You need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been. The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can see. Because there's still no real way to dispose of the stuff.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded, with nuclear waste seeping out of them.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, but several pounds of MUF are reported every year.
MUF?
It stands for material unaccounted for. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb. We live in an age when any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other superpowers?
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence. Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
You mean Metal Gear?
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes. And after my company lost their bid to produce the Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
Black project?
Secret projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget. You can avoid a lot of red tape and get a great lead time on your weapons production. And no one can bother you. Not even those bleeding heart liberals on the Military Oversight Committee.
Bribes.
I prefer to think of it as good business. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here, this is what you came for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here. The main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
What kind of data?
All the data collected from this exercise. Don't play dumb. I know you were sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me. They don't know this disc exists. Make sure you report this to Jim. To your boss. I'll give you my card too. It'll open up all security level 2 doors.
Can you walk?
No. No, you go on without me. They got my password. They don't want anything else from me.
I have one more question. Who or what was that ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret?
An experimental genome soldier.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better than I.
Naomi?
You've got to stop them. If it goes public, my company and I are finished.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use currently existing technology?
Metal Gear itself does, but... What did you do to me? bastards! So, they actually went and did it?
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
What the hell?
Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or dioxides, but we won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn!
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me. Get in contact with her.
Snake, there's a lot of electrical interference coming from there. It should be okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing? A member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake, I'm counting on you.
Left. So the back of the CD case. Familiar with how they did things on PS3 when you had a PS1 or PS2 game. You could flip through the whole manual. Is it the last slide, or I just go somewhere not? Could I have gone to the left to go right to 61? Character art for these games. And there it is, in the middle. Bottom row. Meryl. You Snake talking to Meryl in the codec. And it shows 140.15. That was on the back of the CD case. You are Snake, a government agent on a mission to regain control of a secret nuclear weapons base from terrorist hands. Alright, but we need to get out of this area. Ration's gone. New door. 4, so we're not going out that way. I don't know how far out we have to go before we can call her. Should we try from here? 14015. Guards now out there. Trapdoors and guards, and we've got the level 2 card key. We could go through and just kill all the guards, but let's try not to. The bandana gives us all kinds of freedom, but mostly I want to use it. I don't want to overdo it. I want to use it as a crutch in fights where it's kind of a lot more fun to just not worry about ammo. But I don't want to run through the game just mowing everyone down for shits and giggles. Even though we just spoke with everybody after the run-in with Revolver Ocelot, should we want to call? I think we're gonna save and take a break
First, the
too.
DARPA chief, and then President Baker die of a heart attack?
Yeah,
right?
Smells pretty rotten to me. Master, do you know anything?
No, but there's definitely something going on. Keep your eyes open out there.
It is just like Baker said. We are facing increasing danger from stored nuclear materials. You see, there are 3 elements necessary in the manufacture of nuclear weapons. nuclear materials, nuclear engineers, and manufacturing technology. All three of them can easily be acquired by either legal or illegal means, if you have enough money, that is.
The DARPA chief and President Baker. So now the terrorists know both detonation codes.
Yeah, and on top of that, they both died right in front of my eyes.
Snake, now that the terrorists have both detonation codes, the only way to stop a nuclear launch is to either use the detonation code release keys that Meryl's holding, or
find the Metal Gear chief engineer that President Baker mentioned, Hal Emmerich.
In any case, you should contact Meryl by codec. Wasn't her frequency written on the back of the CD case?
Thanks, Colonel.
You called Snake?
Alright, save, break, go out in the hall, we'll call Meryl, deal with the guards, we've got a level 2 card key, and what is our next objective?
Snake, like Confucius said, the cautious seldom err. If you proceed cautiously, you probably won't make a big mistake. Snake, even after you get used to the mission, don't lose your concentration.
Must have excelled at the air pull. Alright, that's a good place for a break. Back in a few. Stay tuned. Soon, if we lose anyone during the break, have yourselves a good one. We'll probably go. This will probably be our only other break. 90 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. We'll see how it comes out. Talk to you soon. I haven't heard back. You know, I don't want to talk about the car stuff anymore. But I keep, if you notice me, I don't know. You can tell it apart from checking the laptop, but I keep checking to see if there's messages back from the shop. Anyways, my attention's still pretty split, but see you back here in a few. Stay tuned.